Well, it can be very difficult to deal with a diagnosis of breast cancer, not only physically, but emotionally too. You may experience fear, sadness, even confusion. It's important to know there is support out there for you or a loved one facing something like this. And joining us to tell us more are Beth Berger, Communications Director of the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, and Connie Holdridge, breast cancer survivor and the Coalition's Program Manager of Education and Survivorship in Sussex County. Ladies, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
Connie, I want to start with you. Take us back to when you were first diagnosed with breast cancer.
It was 2001. I was 45. I had 3 kids still in school, and I went for my regular mammogram and not expecting anything other than a letter saying everything was fine, and they said, no, you have breast cancer.
Really?
It was the shock of my life. I had no history in my family. It never occurred to me that that was even a possibility.
And it was your birthday too, wasn't it?
It was February 20th, 2001, my birthday present.
Yeah. All right. So tell me, did you have any support back then? Any support system?
I didn't. The only women that I knew that had breast cancer had died right before I was diagnosed. I didn't realize the number of women that are out there that have had breast cancer. Finally, at church, one of the ladies came to me and said, you need to come join our group. And it turned out to be a cancer support group at Epworth Church in Rehoboth. And most of the women in there were breast cancer survivors, and they became my lifeline.
Yeah. Tell me about your family. How was the diagnosis for them?
Well, I had one child in college and one child in high school and one child in middle school. And the middle school child didn't really grasp the degree of concern my college-age kid did. And, you know, he was very concerned that I might not make it through because we really didn't have any history to know about how breast cancer was going to affect us.
And your mother was still with us?
My mother was living with us. She has dementia. She was so angry that she refused to talk to me for a month because she thought that I was going to die and leave her.
Oh my goodness. That had to have been isolating.
It was very isolating. It was very hard. I made it hard for everybody, I think. I made it hard for my husband because he didn't know what to say or how to fix it because he couldn't fix it. It was a tough time.
Yeah.
And that's what we are trying so hard. That's why I got into this, because it's not fair to have somebody go through that emotion by themselves.
Right. And let's go back. How did you end up with the Breast Cancer Coalition?
Well, several years later, one of my neighbors had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I went to her to help her, to be a support for her. And after she was finished her journey, she got in touch with I don't know how she got in touch with the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, but they were starting to come down to Sussex County, and she called me and said, you need to come and you need to volunteer. So I volunteered with the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition for about 6 years.
All right. Now, Beth, this is where the coalition really steps in and helps support people like Connie.
Exactly. So nobody would have to face breast cancer on their own. And we are a support to those diagnosed with breast cancer and those breast cancer survivors. We have programs. One of Connie's jobs is to provide support and programs to newly diagnosed women, such as peer mentors.
Yeah.
And we also offer survivor socials for those who are breast cancer survivors, and Nature with Nurture programs, so that women could go out into a comfortable setting and they don't need to talk about their breast cancer, but they can be with each other and enjoy activities together.
Now, you couldn't do it without the support of the community.
Exactly.
And you have a yearly event, and it's coming up. Tell us about the Southern Lights of Life Gala.
Sure. Southern Lights of Life, it is our 10th annual gala taking place at Dover Downs on Saturday, February 22nd. It will be from 6 to 10 p.m. It is a wonderful evening of living and giving, featuring live entertainment. We have Suzette Dorsey, a Tina Turner cover band, and the Tom Peasy Trio. Auction, a silent and live auction, great food, fabulous drinks, and a lovely fashion show as well.
Yeah, tell us about that. That sounds like fun.
Yes, it is a fashion show featuring breast cancer survivors, 12 local breast cancer survivors from Kent and Sussex counties. They will be wearing fashions from local shops, and it is a feature of the event. Everyone looks forward to it.
You have a lot of fun at it, don't you, Connie?
It's such a fun event. It's a great time to go out and have a party. You're dressed up. The food is fabulous. It's a gourmet dinner, cocktails, this live auction. My favorite part is the fashion show. I was a model
Yeah.
in 2011, my 10th anniversary, and it's just so much fun. It's an uplifting kind of situation. Everybody walks out of there feeling good, not sad. Oh, we're talking about breast cancer. They feel good and happy, and the models are just so excited because we're putting them in the runway.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Beth, there are tickets still available. Give us the event details.
The event details, it will take place on Saturday, February 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at Dover Downs Hotel and Casino. For ticket information, please call 302-672-6435. We have sponsorship opportunities still available.
All right. Thank you, Beth and Connie, so much. Looking forward to that. And of course, we'll have all of that information from the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition on our website, including a link to register for the Southern Lights of Life Gala. Just go to delmarvalife.com.